Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars. When you've suffered a great deal in life, each additional pain is both unbearable and trifling. Pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. No pain that we suffer, no trial that we experience is wasted. It ministers to our education, to the development of such qualities as patience, faith, fortitude, and humility. Time is not the great teacher. Experience is. A man may live a whole life, but if he never leaves his home to experience that life, he dies knowing nothing. A mere child who has suffered and lived can be the wiser of the two. There are far too many silent sufferers. Not because they don't yearn to reach out, but because they've tried and found no one who cares. If pain doesn't lead to humility, you have wasted your suffering. There is a light in this world. A healing spirit more powerful than any darkness we may encounter. We sometimes lose sight of this force when there is suffering and too much pain. Then suddenly, the Spirit will emerge through the lives of ordinary people who hear a call and answer in extraordinary ways. God uses broken things. It takes broken soil to produce a crop, broken clouds to give rain, broken grain to give bread, broken bread to give strength. It is the broken alabaster box that gives forth perfume. It is Peter, weeping bitterly, who returns to greater power than ever. In suffering we find our truest selves. Where a person screams in pain, the actual pain is only half the noise they make. The other half is the terror at being forced to accept that they exist. No one is ever holy without suffering. Your suffering needs to be respected. Don't try to ignore the hurt, because it is real. Just let the hurt soften you instead of hardening you. Let the hurt open you instead of closing you. Let the hurt send you looking for those who will accept you instead of hiding from those who reject you. People never remember happiness with the care that they lavish on preserving every detail of their suffering. The measure of a man is not how much he suffers in the test, but how he comes out at the end. Buddha says there are two kinds of suffering, the kind that leads to more suffering and the kind that brings an end to suffering. Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself, and that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every second of the search is a second's encounter with God and with eternity.